Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for the face of Parachute Advanced Knowledge Center, Chitrangda Singh. Please. So Chitrangda, tell us something. How is it being associated as the face of Parachute Advanced Knowledge Center?
Well, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. Parachute, this association that I've had has been for a few years now, and I'm very privileged to be part of this family. And Parachute Advanced Knowledge Center is a part of Parachute which is about innovation, it's about research, it's about bringing in the new technology, so to speak, which needs, of course, a very credible name that I remember, as far as I can think, in my childhood, Parachute and hair care. So I'm very happy to be the scientific face of Parachute Advance. And it's been a great association, and I'm very happy to be here again for something which is, I think, yet another step towards hair care made even more scientific, even more now, even more advanced, even more present day, and still very usable and still very, how do you say, valid, in the kind of problems that we face today, every day, with all kinds of trouble that we make with our hair. We want to style them, we want to burn them, we want to bleach them, and here it is, a book which is probably going to save us through all of that mess. Yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, Doctor, your book is so conversational. I think all the ladies can relate to it. What do you say?
I really think so. Since it says, let's talk hair, let's talk about it. How did you think about writing a book on hair?
Yes, like I mentioned, it's always been very close to my heart. But one of the things is that although people use a lot of products like you talked about, and people say and do a lot of things with their hair, no one really knows what is the right thing to do. And even with the most gorgeous hair, everyone stresses out about what to do with their hair. And what I've seen is whenever patients come into my clinic, no matter what their problem, they start talking about hair. So which is why, there seems to be a unique language that's associated with hair. And it's not only restricted to women, it's also the men. I mean, I've seen that there are a lot of men out there who stress out about their hair, want it to look great. It has been associated as, a strong sex symbol feature forever and ever. So hair really defines who we are.
We know that in our industry as well.
Right. Right,
even with men, I think it's really important. It's got something to do with the sex, whatever
sex appeal that they carry with them.
Sex appeal, yes.
And also we've done so much research with Parachute Advanced Knowledge Center on the science behind hair and our various products, work on the hair. So I thought it was time to bring it all together and write a book simplifying the whole science of hair.
That's fantastic. I've actually read the book. It's really small, it's very easy read. You can pick actually any page and it will give you some knowledge, some information on what you can do with your hair and save it for a day at least.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah,
it's really easy read. Should be here.
Yeah, and that's the whole idea, the whole idea is to actually make it easy for people to pick up and read it, to understand the science behind the various products that they use, and to actually bring it all back to understanding what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what is it that's going to add to the beauty of your hair actually, So very often people go and they look for extremely exotic things to put on their hair, but sometimes it's the simplest thing that adds most to the shine and beauty of your hair.
I agree with you actually. I think a lot of times you just want to keep changing what you're doing to your hair simply because you want to try something new. But like you said, sometimes very simple, basic things work the best. Something that I've actually survived many, many years of, use and trial and,
Right, and I completely agree. It's the simple things that work really well.
Chitrangda, I'm sure you've never had a bad hair day. Don't you agree with that? She always looks so gorgeous.
No, I make sure I come and get clipped when I'm having a good hair day. I wouldn't step out if I'm... No, I think actually I would say I would probably have more bad hair days than most people otherwise, because we do so much trial and error with our hair. We are styling it, we are straightening the hair, blow drying the hair, we're trying different colors, we are bleaching, streaking, I don't know, we do so much that actually this book would be on my bedside, and if not in the bathroom, because I want to really, save my hair and look after my hair even more, because of the amount of, like I said, trial and error that goes on the hair every single day. So I do have my bad hair days, I promise you that.
What do you do to keep your hair looking so gorgeous?
Like in fact, just said very simple things. I know it sounds cliched. I'm standing here in front of this, and if I said this, it sounds so cliched. But really, ever since I was a kid, growing up, my mother, this was a regime. I had to go through hair oil. And I did not like it in the beginning, I agree. But that was something that has actually helped my hair. And the quality of the hair is good in the sense it survives a lot of, like I said, heat treatments and things like that. So that deep conditioning that happened was because of hair oil, massage and stuff like that. And my mother would make me sit down and do it. So thanks to her, and of course the hair oil. And if I may say, it used to be Parachute. It just was actually, yes. I mean, it's that's the honest truth of it. Yeah.
And the amazing thing, Chitrangda, is that there is so much science behind that as well. Because now we know for sure through all the research that we've done that coconut-based oils, they actually penetrate into the hair shaft and they nourish the hair from within. And not only that, everyone thinks that coconut oil nourishes your hair, but what they also do is that it actually imparts beauty to the hair because it seals in the conditioning, which is why the word you use, deep conditioning, is absolutely perfect. So it is really the best deep conditioning treatment around. So although it's been passed down the ages, it's also the most trendy thing that you really can do for your hair today.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect marriage of beauty and science. I think what Parachute has done, because of all the research, like you said, which has gone into it.
Right.
So it's
and in fact, it's with a lot of this research that the book actually came about. And the book carries a lot of evidentiary information about how various things work for the hair, including understanding your hair, and it's all there inside the book.
You can actually understand your hair?
Yes.
I don't think so. Because it has a mind of its own. Some days you wake up and it's looking great, and some days you don't know what's happened to it no matter what you do. So, really, you think so? I mean, okay, I'm sure. I haven't finished reading the book, so I guess I have to finish reading the book.
Since we're talking so much about the book, I think it only makes sense to have the book launch, so we request you all to kindly step ahead.
Sure.